Um, we're honored to have Michael Klein, who represents United States Senator Harry Reid, who I've known for 22 years. Senator Reid is an incredible friend of the people in Southern Nevada for causes like this, and we're grateful to him and to your staff. Michael.
My name is Michael Klein. I'm a regional representative for Senator Harry Reid, and I myself am a veteran, and I was actually here at the grand opening in 2012 of Veterans Village, so it's a great honor to be here again. And I wanted to present Arnold with certificates of appreciation, Clearly Zero, to honor and commemorate your support of veterans in Southern Nevada. Thank you for your dedication and service to our community's veterans. And to Veterans Village, to honor and commemorate your continued support of veterans in Southern Nevada. Thank you for your years of support and dedication, and service to our community's veterans.
So while I'm here, those of you who I'm friends with on Facebook, I'm just going to put out that I've requested a meeting with President Obama. We requested that meeting when I worked for Mayor Jones, and with President Clinton, we got that meeting. And the result of that meeting was with then Senator Reid, Senator Bryan, Congresswoman Vukanovich, Mayor Jones, and the result of that meeting was the Shade Tree, St. Vincent's Plaza, Salvation Army Transitional Housing and their Family Service Center, Help USA. That whole campus down there, which I know is controversial, but when you're advocating for people in need who have no voice and people are struggling on the streets and they're hungry, there's no room for politics there. And today we have Senator Reid here, Senator Reid's office. Oh, by the way, I keep asking for that meeting. I haven't gotten an answer yet. But we'll get it. And now I'd like to ask Brad Sensabaugh, I hope I said that right, from Senator Dean Heller's office, also a very, very good friend of ours. Senator Heller has been here since the start, so thank you.
All right, I have a couple more senatorial recognitions for Clearly Zero and Just One Action. They read, for your outstanding support of Veterans Village, with appreciation for your generous donation of flavored water and your selfless service to the homeless veterans of Southern Nevada. Now, being a vet myself, I know it's the boots on the ground that actually get stuff done, and Arnold Stock is one of the boots on the ground that I look forward to working with more and seeing what we can do. Thank you, Arnold. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. You know, it's important to get thanked, and I really appreciate our elected officials always support us. It doesn't matter. You know, we call them out, they always come to see us, and the media too. Every time we call the media in Las Vegas, Nevada, they put us on, because we carefully ask them to cover the issues that we know when people are sitting in their living room or in their studio or whatever, wherever they live, that they see that things are being done in this valley. So thank you. And last but not least, from our elected officials, I'd like to ask Ms. Kim Poole from United States Congresswoman Dina Titus.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to ask you to stand up one more time, sorry. Up and down, but certainly the Congresswoman who couldn't be here, she's still in DC, but always loves coming out to Veterans Village and just honoring the great things that they do, and all the nonprofits here as well. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. It's a task, and we understand that, and you know the Congresswoman always wants to provide as much help as she can, so please let us know if there's ever anything else that we can do for your organizations as well. But I also wanted to present this congressional certificate to Veterans Village as well as Clearly Zero. Thank you so much for this event. I'll just hand this over. And Artie, thank you so much. Again, you know, the Congresswoman just always wants to send me out to let you know, and she does work on the congressional committee for VA and military. So, you know, anything that we can do to try to help our veterans, she is always open door to hear that. So please let us know, and thank you again so much.
Also, can Neil Feynman please stand? Come on up.
As chairman of Green One, we're very proud to be a Las Vegas-based company. It's not so many times these days where you have a company start off and say, we want to be in Las Vegas, we want to say we're from Las Vegas, and we want everything we do to be Las Vegas-based. That's why we're here, that's why we're giving the water away. I think, you know, if you look on, I haven't had the chance to be here before, and Andrew kept kind of tugging at me, telling me that we had to live up to our word, which is the fact that you know, we're, I think our first words of Mahatma Gandhi are written up there, and be a change that you want to see in the world. And Andrew has constantly been at my side since I was 8 years old, always telling me to be the man that I want to see and be in the world. My dad always had a famous quote for me that I've lived around. And that was, he said that you don't want to actually go out and change the world yourself. That's not your job in life. Your job is to find the people who think like you do and surround yourself with those people. And in doing that, there involves the change. There starts the change. And I think in seeing this village, it's very inspiring. So what we want to do today is, Green One is going to be in all the Albertsons, all the Smiths here, Chevrons, Terrible Herbst. We've been blessed. The idea of what we started, of the paper bottle, people are gravitating to. So you're going to see every type of liquid in there. And what we're going to pledge is that we have been looking to partner with the company, and I don't think anything better than to partner with the veterans of the United States. So we pledge that for all of the profits for Green One henceforward, for however long we are, whether we're 20 years or 80 years in existence, 1% of all our profits we will donate to this location. Okay?
We have a couple more people that are going to speak that I think need to speak, and then we're going to break for lunch. Wendy, our barbecue person, they're so aggressive. When she had the fire going, I thought my car was on fire, but it wasn't. Suzanne Oliver, could you please come up and speak? Suzanne Oliver is founder of Heart of a Fighter, and I just like her to talk because she blew me away when I met her this morning with her story.
Good afternoon, everyone. Excuse my voice. I flew in from Orlando for this event. I happened to get sick right before I got here. So thank goodness for my doctor to get me up and we're able to fly here. Again, my name's Suzanne. I'm a 12-year Navy veteran. I'm also a Navy widow. I joined the Navy in 1976 with a vision from my father to fly. All I wanted to do was fly, be part of air crew. And women were not allowed to do that job back in that day. So my fortitude, my strength, my compelling future gave me the strength to get through working with all the guys. And I was able to start flying as a Navy flight crewman in 1977. And I worked out of the Pentagon for 2.5 years, VIP flight crew. So I was very, very blessed to be in the Navy. Met my husband 9 years after I was in. We were married in February. I was pregnant in August, and he died in December in a car accident. So I was also a Navy widow at 27 years old. I stayed in the Navy for 2.5 years after my daughter was born, 4 months after my husband died. And I found out that I had to be a mom more than I wanted to be flight crew. So I took an honorable discharge early, and I became a mom full-time I went into sales and found an amazing career working in sales. I was in sales from 1988, when I first got out, until August of last year, when I realized that my passion is not making money, it's giving things back. I met a young woman veteran last year, and she changed my life. She came home with PTSD, with nowhere to turn. She was part of the VA. She was in the system. And my heart just broke, and I realized that when I transitioned out of the military in 1988, there were no real programs to help women transition. We talk about our men all the time, but women are a little bit different in our psychology, so I decided that the best thing I could do is give my time, my passion to women veterans. Heart of a Fighter was born thanks to Sherry Watson and her husband Tracy in December, just this last December. We've raised over $200,000 to date, with more coming. We take charitable gifts of acts of real estate, and I'm building a business incubator in Orlando, Florida, where I'm taking women veterans and I'm mentoring them for 6 months to start their own business so they can hire more veterans. So we're going to rebuild America, one woman veteran-owned business at a time. I also do a lot of volunteer work for Tony Robbins, who really changed my life. And this past February, I volunteered for Tony, and I'm at his event in Fort Lauderdale, and I run into my friend Andrew Fink, who we've volunteered together for about 5 years now. And I'm telling Andrew about my new passion and how I've left the company, and I'm really out on a limb here. And Andrew says, wow, you're not going to believe this, but could I donate some water to your charity? I'm like, well, yeah, I'll take a case or two. No problem. He says, no, Suzanne, we've got a lot of water we need to move, and it's in Las Vegas. I said, but I live in Orlando. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work, but I'm on it. So thanks to Andrew's idea, I went back to Orlando, and I called my friend Jonathan. And Jonathan lives living in Vegas, and knowing his background and his ability to make things happen, just one step, one action at a time. I called Jonathan, and within an hour, he had everything set up. He moved Andrew to me to Veterans Village within no time at all. We all have the same idea, the same heart, and the same reason for what we do. So I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting Veterans Village. I'm so proud to be a part and to continue to support you in anything I can do, especially for Orlando. And I hope I have my voice back next time I come. But thank you very much.
And in our discussion before, and Suzanne and I in our meeting, I offered her to help her anything she needs with that organization that has to do with housing in Orlando, because that's one of our prime missions, is to replicate what we have here and keep helping people. So you call us anytime, Suzanne. It's not that far. So we've saved what's been so amazing journey and emotionally charged journey for the last speaker, last but not least, Jonathan Stone and Bob Golden. Just one action. I was on with Jonathan and Dawn on their radio show, and I made the pitch for water and coffee, and I'm looking, we've got 3 or 4 minutes left, and I'm just like belting it out, everything we need, water, coffee, clothes, I'm trying to think, what else? And sure enough, they came through big time, big time. And so Jonathan, Bob, and Bob's wife, Betty Ann Golden, please come up. Then we're going to cut our ribbon and have our lunch.